Today we're going to look at a simple syrup recipe that you can make at home that some say can help with the common cold or flu. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and today we're joining my wife Tina in the kitchen as she shares with us a recipe for elderberry syrup. Now, some claim that this can have beneficial properties for fighting off the common cold or flu. And while I can't guarantee anything there, I can say it tastes good on a stack of pancakes. So please, won't you join me as we listen to what Tina has to share?
Hello, welcome to our kitchen again. We're going to show you how to make elderberry syrup. Elderberry syrup is actually thought by many to be like a natural Tamiflu. And there have been studies done on the Sambuca nigra, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Sambuca nigra elderberry, and it's a European berry. And it's actually had studies that have shown it to be very effective in preventing a virus from adhering to the cells and replicating. So this is in our medicine chest. We have elderberries growing in our own backyard, thanks to a friend that had shared some berry plants with me. So the easiest way that we found to actually get the berries and dehydrate them is to just cut the whole cluster from the bush. So I did that, and here's where I started, just picking it by hand, but I find it's easier just to cut this. Once it's dehydrated, they fall off a whole lot easier. And I can just make my recipe with dehydrated elderberries, which is what my recipe calls for. I have actually done it with a steamer fresh. We were coming down, my son was sick. I didn't have time to dehydrate. I wanted to get them done right away. And so I actually steamed them. If you have a steamer for like your grapes to make grape juice, that worked really well. I was able to make some juice out of that just by steaming the elderberries that I had picked. But I like to dehydrate them because if I don't have time to make all the syrup right now, I can save the dehydrated berries. I just need 1 cup to go with 4 cups of water, and we're gonna boil it down to half strength. Okay, so I've taken the berries off of the clusters. I've got them all here. I've got almost a cup worth here. These are the ones I just picked right off of the clusters outside at the bush. I kind of like it better that way. I think it's cleaner and nicer. If you can, I think that's a nice way to go, but if you are in a hurry like I was last night, it does work to just take the vine and the whole cluster and dehydrate that and then break it off later. Anyway, these are basically the medicine chests of country people. This is our medicine chest. So I've got about a cup of elderberries that are dehydrated. I'm going to put them with 4 cups of water in my pot, and I'm going to let that come to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer. We're going to simmer that for till we get down to half the amount of liquid that we're starting with. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And I'm just going to bring it to a boil for right now. All right, so our whole juice with the berries in it is now half of what it was before. So we're going to strain out the berries and just keep the juice. Okay. And I cooked that on a medium-low, it's still draining. I cooked it on a medium, I brought it to a boil, turned it down to like 3 or 4 on my stove, so just a moderate low temperature so that it doesn't kill all the vitamins and stuff. So, so I have, a little over 2 cups, so probably it should have boiled a little longer, but it sure looked about half. And so now the next thing we have to do is put equal amount of honey, okay? Let me put this over here. So we're going to pour in honey. That's one of the benefits of keeping bees is having free honey. So it's not really free. You pay for it when you buy all your equipment for the bees. But We do have some honey from our bees, which also have great immunities, help people with allergies if you have local honey. So I'm going to put the same amount of liquid here. I'm going to put the same amount of honey as liquid. So just going to go about half and half. And that actually helps to preserve it, but I do keep it in the refrigerator after I've made it. So I just stir that up. You would not believe how important that honey is. Those elderberries are pretty bad without the honey. I've actually tried to make this with glycerin, but it does not taste good. It's totally different. We all love the honey mixture. We like it on our pancakes. We like it just a spoonful a day, you know, a tablespoon a day just to prevent it. Or if you're coming down sick, 3 or 4 times a day, maybe a tablespoon. Just, you know, it's very good to fight the flu. And like I said, it keeps the virus from adhering to the cell so that it can't really get a good hold on you. The studies that have been done on elderberry syrup are on Sambucol, I believe it is. Sambucol formula. And they actually found it to be like 99% effective against all strains. Sambucol was found to be at least 99% effective against the avian flu, H5N1 virus in cell cultures. So, you know, I guess it needs to be studied in humans, but they found it to be very effective in cell cultures. So I don't have any problem with taking elderberry syrup that tastes like this, and I say, why not give it a try? Unfortunately, I'm not always good to have it made when we are actually needing it. So we recently were sick, and I was able to make some right away for my son when he was sick, and then we wound up all getting sick and not having enough. And by then I was too sick to make it. So I was wishing I had gone ahead and made this up and had it available. But like I said, it's nice just to even have on your pancakes. So even if you just make it as a healthy syrup for your pancakes, it's wonderful stuff. So I went ahead and sterilized this jar, but just by putting a washed jar at 200 degrees in the oven. So I'm going to pour this in to my jar and hopefully not make a mess. And looks like we have a little extra. So I'll just put a lid on this, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll be able to enjoy some.
Well, there you have it, a simple recipe for elderberry syrup. We'd love to hear your feedback as to how it works for you, and leave us a comment in the section below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and consider giving us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's presentation. Hit that bell icon if you'd like to be notified of future releases, and join us next time as together we explore greener pastures.